under the Gomesl sky.
In the third world developing countries like Sri Lanka, there are some myths and misunderstandings among people about sexually transmitted diseases like AIDS due to lack of knowledge. Therefore, proper education on such serious matters is a must. This is a story about a boy that I know who was abused and harassed by the society due to the exact same reason. His father was diagnosed with AIDS. Due to doctors' inability to keep up the doctor-patient confidentiality, the society got to know about the disease his father was diagnosed with. Due to the gossips and false information made up, this child started to get neglected by the society as they thought he also possessed the infection. And they thought they'll also be victims of the same disease. So he was ignored at the school among friends. He lost all of his friends he had. Students in his school started to make fun of him, and he was psychologically dropped. Society's gossips got into him, and he too started believing that he might have AIDS. All this mental suppression pushed him over the limits that drove him to taking the decision of ending his life. As a student who learned ethics, I understood his mental state and I confronted him and talked with him for a while according to what I have learned and observed. And I convinced him to come with me to meet a doctor so that he will be able to understand the true information and his own physical state. AIDS, or acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, is actually an advanced stage of human immunodeficiency virus. So there are many methods of spreading or passing the virus from one person to another in this disease. One of the main important things will be the transmission of virus from mother to the child. So it can spread to the child from mother during childbirth and during breastfeeding, and even during pregnancy time as well. So the other methods of spreading the HIV virus would be in public, for example, during sexual transmission and during blood exchange, for example, when you use needles, when you don't change needles from one patient to another, there is a possibility of HIV spreading from a person to another. So the most important thing about AIDS is that it is actually a virus which can cause death in people. So it is important to alert the society about the methods it can spread, and we should not discriminate people or lower their self-esteem just because they have this infection inside themselves. So just like this kid who just came to meet me, who had the idea that he was having HIV just because his father was infected, but that is actually not true. I've checked all of his blood results, but there's no such infection which is running inside him, but that idea was put into him by the society. So this can lead to many dangerous situations such as suicidal thoughts, for example. So the most important thing is to be alert, and prevention is better than curing. So thank you.